Good evening, I'm Jake Lapin for NCC Sports. Well, it's now official. Syracuse forward Tyler Lydon will hire an agent and declare for the NBA draft. Sophomore started in a total of 41 games in his 2 years under Coach Boeheim, including all 34 this past season. Lydon was named honorable mention All-ACC after starting the year on the preseason watch lists for the John R. Wooden and Naismith Player of the Year awards. Lydon led the team with 8.6 rebounds and 1.4 blocks per game. He was second on the team behind Andrew White in minutes played and points scored at 13.2 per game. Lydon is projected to be drafted as high as the late first round in a number of mock drafts around the web. Syracuse, of course, did not make the Elite Eight this time around, but a familiar ACC foe did. The North Carolina Tar Heels were looking to make back-to-back Finals Fours for the second time in Roy Williams' tenure. But the number one seeded in the South first had to get through John Calipari and the Kentucky Wildcats, who had won in their last 4 trips to the Elite Eight. Roy Williams, 4-3 all-time in regional finals coming into today. Second half, his team down 1 to Aaron Fox. All the way to the cup, Cats by 3. Under 2 minutes to go now, it's Joel Berry, high off the glass and in. Heels by 5, starting to pull away. 10 seconds left now. Kentucky needs a 3. Who are you going to call? Malik Monk answers Kentucky's prayers, ties the game at 73. Here comes UNC. Timeout in their pocket. Not going to use it. It's Luke May. He saves the day. May the best man win. Luke May, the game-winning J, sends UNC back to the Final Four where they'll take on Oregon. How about the other side of the bracket, though? The East Regional Final may as well be called the Southeast Region because, hey, it's all SEC. South Carolina leading Florida by 2 at Sindarius Thornwell. Kicks it back to Mike Kotsar. Nice touch from the big man there. He had 12 points on the day for the Gamecocks. Gators down 5 till Kayvon Allen. Count it and the foul. Florida back within a bucket. Frank Martin, not a fan of that call. Under 20 seconds left. Chris Chiozza stripped. Their 16th turnover of the day in South Carolina. Takes notice. Dwayne Notice with the dagger. Martin and the Gamecocks heading to their first Final Four in program history. Proud alum Darius Crucker, don't cry, man. It's all right. The Cox book a ticket to Glendale. They'll take on Gonzaga next. Back to the 3-1-5. Syracuse lacrosse was trying to keep things rolling. Winners of 3 straight in a stretch of 5 consecutive 1-goal games. The Orange hosted Duke in a rematch of last year's ACC championship. Number 11 Duke, number 5 Syracuse, Orange 4-1 in the Dome so far. Third quarter action, nice look inside to Brendan Bomberry. Puts Cuse in front 7-6. He had 3 points on the day, more from him later. On to the fourth, Duke on the fast break, they have the advantage. It's Jack Bruckner, his 4th goal of the day. Talking that talk, Devils by 2. 7 minutes to play now. Dan Varela wins the faceoff for the Orange. He'll lay it off to guess who? Bomberry. I told you he'd be back. Syracuse back within 1. 90 seconds left. Nick Mariano, nothing doing right, works it back left, fires and scores. Ties it up at 11. We're heading to overtime. In the OT period, Sergio Salcido searching. Fires it over to Jamie Tromboli. Lets her rip. That's ball game, folks. The Orange take down Duke in OT 12-11. Holy moly, Jamie Tromboli after the game.
Sergio's dodging on the left side, and he rolls back, and I guess the pass was for Nick over here. But I thought it was for me. I caught it and rolled, and the guy fell over my shoulder, and I just saw open space and kind of just shot the ball as hard as I could.
SU will head to South Bend next weekend to face number 1 Notre Dame. With winter in the rearview mirror, spring has finally arrived, and so has spring football. Dino Babers and the Orange men took the field for the first time in 2017 today, looking to improve on last year's 4-8 record in Babers' first season as head coach. Also looking to improve on his first season, quarterback Eric Dungy. Sophomore QB threw for 15 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in 9 games this past year before sustaining shoulder and head injuries, effectively ending his season. He also ran for 6 TDs, which led the team. Here's what Dungy himself, as well as coach, had to say about what lies ahead.
It was frustrating. Obviously, I want to be out there. That's what I want to do. It's frustrating watching from the sideline, but it's a new season, spring ball. I'm just so happy to be out here. It's awesome. Waking up early, getting out here, being able to throw the ball around and play football.
Well, he's just a leader. He's a lot more confident. Obviously his his head is fine, and he's out there and he's leading our football team. And we're always better when Eric Dungy's on the field.
SU will get started in September, and there is your sports update.
Thanks, Jake. Awesome update. What is the outlook looking like for Syracuse football this year?
I have a lot of faith in Coach Babers and this offense to get things done this year. He's got a full year under his belt now. The problem is, I wonder if this defense can get enough stops, get off the field enough to let the offense do its thing, hopefully win more than 4 games this season.
Yeah, we all hope so too. When we come back, we'll take one last look at the weather.